if you see a guy like Jack Swagger all of a sudden show up.
Well, the thing with a guy like Swagger, and the reason why it's not a WWE reject is he's been out of the WWE for a couple of years. And I'm saying, and what Jack has done is he's reinvented himself. He's now 2-0, undefeated MMA in Bellator. He's got another fight in October. He's eventually going to end up in there with Fedor. That's what they want.
Yeah.
If he beats this is a legit tough guy. Swagger's gone. It's Jake Hager now.
Yes.
And plus, he's with me. I know what I need to do, and I know what he needs to do to become a top star. We now have the opportunity to do that. We have a guy called John Moxley, who's Dean Ambrose in the WWE, was okay. He came over to AEW. He's now one of the top guys in the business. He's
a fucking psycho.
He's a psycho, and he's fucking excited and motivated.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else from the WWE is ever going to get here, because just like it's a famous story when Bobby Hall signed with the WHA in 1971. He was the top player in the NHL. He went and jumped to this new hockey league that paid him $1 million to go. My dad was playing for the Rangers at the time. Yep. He went from $35,000 to $100,000 in one day because the league signed everybody to raises so they wouldn't jump.
Okay.
That's what happened the moment Chris Jericho signed with AEW. All the guys in WWE were given a raise if they signed for 5 years. So no one's coming over anytime soon. You're not going to have the rejects.
But is there somebody you'd like to cherry pick? I mean, obviously you're still a fan of wrestling all over the place.
Of course there is.
I mean, outside of just cherry picking people from Japan or even from Mexico or something like that, is there somebody that we know? I mean, I know CM Punk kind of being a guy who went out and didn't have the reinvention
one free agent
Swagger.
Guy.
He didn't have that reinvention. He didn't do well.
Right.
When he kind of went the MMA
yeah,
thing.
he got kicked. He got his ass kicked, right?
So, but I don't know. Is there like specific?
The thing is, like, would he make a difference? Yes. But what we have right now is a great roster of veterans like myself. These guys, like you mentioned, Cody, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page. You might not know them now, but you will, because they're going to be 10-year overnight sensations. The guys that have been doing this for a decade that you go, oh my gosh, who are these guys? Boom. Then we got a whole roster of young guys and girls who came to us other than going to WWE because they wanted to continue doing things their way. Now, that doesn't mean it's anarchy. It means they have an idea for their character. And in wrestling, the best characters are your own personality turned up to the 10th degree. That's not going to get stifled where we are. So could we use a CM Punk? Yeah, but we have a pretty good roster. We have, like, for myself, I've got probably a year and a half of matches already just with the guys that we have. So that's a good sign. And I think we're going to continue to build and grow. And if somebody comes available that fits what we want and also doesn't have an attitude, there's no room for that in AEW. We don't want any assholes. Maybe we'll decide. But we want to build from the roster that we've already put together.